EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. On the Denver sideline, you can look at their head coach. This team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. On the other sideline, the Colts head coach, Shane Steichen. These guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2 start. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olsen, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Indianapolis. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come up with one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. You've got to do a better job keeping pace early. Get off to a faster start. You want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter.
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked up by Patrick Surtain. The Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. At the 36-yard
line. So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the Broncos come out, and, Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
You know, you think back, Mike, to a year ago, 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round of the NFL draft. And Bo Nix was probably the least heralded coming out of college, but was able to lead his team to the playoffs. And he really did it by earning his job out of training camp. And he never looked back, 20 touchdown passes, the most ever by a rookie in Broncos history.
17 yards on that play. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. There'll be a loss of yardage.
A loss of 2. Brings up second.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third and long.
Makes it third down.
Throw it. Nix. And this ball incomplete on third down. On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Anthony Gould now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see the football for the second time. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out first and check. And finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
they'll go again here with Taylor. going to be brought down up past the 45. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun. And he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Broncos are out to a 10-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll do so with 1st and 10. To start this on the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Jones, hang on to him here. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Jones. This throw right side, pulled in by Beckman. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts first down.
That's good for a Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 10-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this 2nd quarter. They'll come up here 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another Colts first down.
Jones now on 1st down. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take it back to the other side of midfield. Zach Allen getting in there to bring him down. His 1st sack of the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gun, it's Jones. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Jones. Headed left, fine time. And look at maybe a yard out of that, not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down. So, 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. Taken at the 19. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. first down. Here's Nix to throw. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Nix going to try to rush his guys up to the line.
That's good for a Broncos.
Hill look to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He connects with Mims. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
7-yard gain. And the Broncos
working out of the gun. It's Nix. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
On first down, it's Richardson. Now he takes off. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
33. And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. And that time, the pressure is too much. He'll go down. John Franklin Myers. He's able to get to the quarterback for the 2nd time here in this first half. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. On 2nd down, Richardson. Back to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. That is intercepted. Picked up by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
Nix now on first and 10. That is brought in downfield by Sutton.
22 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Nix now to throw it here on first down.
Nix's pass.
They'll look to pick up the pace.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd down. Nix
Second and
to the left side into the hands of Franklin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
A first down throw for Nix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Kenny Moore.
To throw is Nix. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in. What a drop. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He knocks it through. Broncos move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Colts nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. a shotgun. Richardson. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. Safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. A run with dominance. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice game, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. On the bootleg, it's Nix. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Nice game on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? On 2nd down, it's Nix. That one's down the field, but it is incomplete. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Now Nix going to look to throw. Got a man, that's Sherfield. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the
Throw it.
16-yard
Nix. And he'll take it on in. Sherfield. Touchdown, Broncos.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. With different quarterbacks, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 14-yard line.
2nd down throw for Richardson. Throw here down the field. Ball incomplete.
Intended for Alec Pierce. Incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
From the gun, Richardson. Looking down the field. This ball's incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
To return, it's Mims. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. set up the offense with a short field. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, two other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy when you mention it 9 in a row. You think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Put down Denver.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. Broncos move out. It's further ahead. It is now 31-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. Colts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games for the folks who settled on outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. It is 3rd and long. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Here's Richardson. This time over before it can start. Swallowed up. It's a 4th down. Colts about to kick this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain.
On the ground, here's Dobbins.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying.
Oh, a loose football. The Colts have come away with the football. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a
Previous
replay.
play is under
So they
review.
might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
For the Broncos field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the blow.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The
The Colts offense ready to take over once again.
Greg,
It's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
They should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Exiting the pocket right.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. Like, there was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and long. Shotgun now for Jones. Going over the middle and take it in behind him. A good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. To return, it's Mims. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step. Purposes. They're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
42-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Nix. He will air this out, looking for something. Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
Coverage by Charvarius Ward.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. There's that man again. Another pass. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Moving to his left. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. second down. Next. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. He connects with Mims. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Khalil Herbert on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And this was as good as it gets. All 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post a lopsided shutout victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi everyone, Scott Hanson, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start down in the Bayou. The Saints at home to take on the 49ers. And it's the second-year man, Spencer Rattler. Touchdown from 20 yards away. The Saints are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And it's the dangerous speedster, Jameson Williams. They're going to fire it into him on a quick slant, and it's right on time, and watch him hit the Jets. He'll wind up going 60 yards for the touchdown. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And it's the New England defense that comes up with the big play here. The ball's out. It's scooped up, and they're going to return it for the touchdown. A turnover in their own end of the field for a score for the D. The Patriots get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hanson saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.